What's up, guys? Welcome to Simple Chinese. My name is Mike Lin. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you tones. So if you haven't checked out the previous videos, make sure to go back and to learn. Make sure to understand the ideas of what pinyin is in Chinese characters and what those means. What are initials? What are single finals and what are compound finals? So to give you a very quick view of what I'm talking about here. So for example, you want to write a Chinese word, let's say good, right? A good in Chinese will be 好, right? And if you just look at this word, be like, wow, like I don't really know what this word means. Okay, therefore we introduce this, we got this system called the pinyin. What pinyin is basically every single Chinese character is associated with pinyin. Basically, what pinyin is teach you how to pronounce this word right here. And then what's the pinyin associated with this word here? 好 will be H A O, okay, or 喝熬好 obviously in Chinese pinyin, okay, 好. And usually the pinyin is consist of a few parts. The first one will be initials, okay, so right here. The initials obviously is the say the tone like so you say 好, right? But you don't. But basically, the combination will be, and also here, this is the finals, right? The finals, which is the compound final, or it can be single final. Single final would just be like, like ha, right? That's the initial plus the single final. Okay, so that makes sense. Compound just more than one. Single just one, right? So that's pretty simple to understand. And there's only a couple ways you can write a pinyin. It's either like single finals by themselves or the compound finals by themselves. For example, a single finals by themselves will be like right? It can simply just mean this word right here, okay? Just like expressing like what's going on, right? Right? Or it can be a compound final, right? It can also be like, let's say, I, right? And then that's tone right here. That's what makes it a little different, which we're gonna talk about today. This time, I, and then in this case, it can mean the word love, right? So it can be both single finals or compound finals by themselves, or it can be initials plus single final, initials plus compound final. There's only one initial and only one single final, or compound final, only one per word, and that's it. Okay, there's no like initial or plus single final plus compound final, nothing like that. It's just it is what it is. Okay, so in this case, 好, right? Let me write this down one more time here. H A, 喝熬好. That's a initial, right? Plus a compound final, right? So you can see here, 2 parts. That's it. Okay. Or let me see, the initial plus the single final, right? So ha, right? It's just like the word laughing, ha, right? That makes sense too. Okay, so that's all. And then today we're gonna talk about tonality. Okay. Before I get into that, I want to say this. Out of everything, I would say tonality is by far. I mean, I have like a lot of friends. I'm not a teacher by any means, but I have a lot of friends. My family members, obviously. Like I got a little kid brother, first grader. I'm sorry. Little baby brother. He's learning Chinese and learning English too. And with Chinese, I think he struggled a lot with tonality, or compared to other things. And especially for a not native speaker. So if you already know English, Chinese, or maybe all languages, it's so it's one of the biggest challenge. It's one of the hardest thing to learn. Tonality, okay, tones. It's one of the hardest thing to learn, in my opinion. Or maybe you think it's easy, but to really make you Chinese good, perfect, at least speak Chinese, make it just perfect. Really master tonalities are very, very important. and they are very very hard too. Like they're very hard to learn. They're very very simple. You know, that's kind of funny. They're very very simple. Okay, but it's very very hard for them. I don't know why. Maybe just because of the wiring brain. I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's achievable. Okay, so let's just get into it. Okay, so the tonality, like when I first learned it, like I think it's one of the easiest thing. I think it's one of the funnest thing. You know, and even today, like when I tell everybody else, to be like, wow, like it's hard, but like I really enjoy, you know, having fun with tonality. So basically, what tonality is you have like a pinyin, right? Let's say like you know the previous example, HAO, right? It's a pinyin right here, and it's not initial plus not compound final, so it's right here. But if you just pronounce it, like there are actually many ways to pronounce it, right? It can be, you know, if you just leave like that, it would be like how, or maybe, you know, how, whatever. And in Chinese, a lot of the words, like they pronounce pretty similarly, but have different kind of tones. So this, you know, even just look at this one compound right here, it can actually have like 4 different sounds, and then they are here. I'm just write all 4 of them out. That. Okay. All 4 of those can be on top of that A, and then that will make a sound. They will make a this pinyin sound completely different, and also in the same time can also mean a lot more different things. Okay, so you know, just to pronounce that with this first sound, this one will be how you say this pinyin will be how. Okay, with the second sound here will be how, and the third sound will be how. And then the last sound here would be how. Okay, so I don't know, can you tell the difference? But sometimes like when I talk to my friends trying to explain to him, like you literally sound exactly the same. I'm like, I am not. I was like, can you, like I clearly sound differently every single time when I use the different ones. They're completely different. He's like, oh okay, sure, different. And he try to, you know, he's like, okay, I hear a difference. But he try to speak, literally speak, you know, just kind of randomly pick. I was like, I told you to say the first one, but why are you saying the fourth one again? So make sure to pay attention on, you know, this tonality. I think it's very important. Okay, so that's an example. So let's actually get into it here. So now there's 4 different sounds. Okay, first one is flat, and to pronounce that one, let's use like ah here. Let me write this higher here. Let me just use ah here as an example. Okay, ah. The first sound here, flat. So you simply just go like right, just flat, like right, just like I don't know like how the music notes work, but you simply just like right, like do re mi fa sol fa. I don't know, do re mi fa sol la si. I don't know, just like you know, just like flat out. You know, there's no any like movements in your tone. Just like okay. And then the second sound here. I think this one should be the easiest. It should be all of them should be pretty easy actually, but okay, here. Okay, there's going up. So what does that mean? That means it's kind of like asking a question, okay? So whenever you see this second one going up, it's kind of like asking a question, okay? So the word, you know, so in this case, how you say this would be ah. So this one, first one, ah. This one would be like ah. I know, can you hear the difference, but they're different, okay? And then the third tone here will be, this one is kind of like going the roller coaster, or you know, going down here and going up. So it's long, it's still long to say, it's still longer than that. You know, the first and the second. It's like okay? And then the fourth one here, last one here, you know, A, will be like going down. Sure, I'm sorry, let me write it one more time here. Will be so that's like going down, like or like, you know, if you get angry, it's like, you know, the F word, like fuck, you know, it's kind of like that too, like going down. Okay, so to give you like why is that hard for, I guess, American people to, you know, maybe like English speaker, or at least for my friend or a lot of friends I've listened to, or on the radio, on the television when I see people try to speak Chinese. Because in English, like one word, you can literally use different tones. They literally, it doesn't make it's still the same word. Like it's still, people should understand it. Like the tone, like it makes like in English, I think the tone is one of the ways people express the emotion. But it's still, it's still saying like English is still the same word. But in Chinese, if you try to, tone differently for each character, then it will be completely different story. It won't be the same. So one of the regular example I can think about right now is the word what. I don't know why with me today we're writing A. Okay, so here, the word here. If you use 4 different tones, how would you pronounce this word right here? Okay, first one here is like what. Okay, so that's the first sound here. What? It's gonna confuse. It'll be like what, right? Okay. And the second one here will be what, going up like question like what. It'll be like you like that. In that case, I don't know what happened. Like it might be like a genuine actually surprise. Be like she got I got a 99 and she got 100%. We'll be like what, right? What, and then you don't really use that. Like, that kind of sounds weird. But what? That's what the third one will sound with this word what. Okay. Last one here is you kind of get annoying, like what, okay, what, okay. So here, I know can you tell, but you can use these 3 tones, saying this exact same word. It might reflect different emotion, from time to time. It depends on the person, whatever. But it still means the same word, okay. For example, this one here, what, 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 right, what, and the what, and I don't reuse that, but you can tell these 3 tones, exactly same word, sound sound differently, still in the same word. People are like, yeah, you still speak Chinese, English, still in the same accent, you're fine, right? But in Chinese, no. Okay, in Chinese, if you change those tones differently, then it's just not the same. Okay, so to give you an example here, the greeting word, how to say hello, 你好, right, will be, wait, let me change another one here. The word, the easy one, the 我, me, like I, 我. Okay, so it will be 我. Okay, so it's W-O, 我, right? To say this word, like if you change that tone differently, if you change the word from third sound to, let's say, the first sound here. Okay, let me write up here, like, just to give an idea here. Okay? If you change it's supposed to be in the third one, right? If you change in the first tone, it would be 我, which, it's literally, it's not the same word, okay? It's not okay, okay? Just to, give you, like, tell you how serious this is, If you change the tone of this, pinyin in this character, then it's no longer the same word. It won't be the same. Okay, so make sure. The most important thing is understand the tones and say it correctly. Because if you don't, okay, sometimes it can be a very serious mistake. You never know. I cannot really think of a mistake out of my head, and it really cause a lot of trouble. But it will be in the future. Like it will be kind of bad. Like you try to. I don't know what's the embarrassing thing about English. Maybe like pronounce something wrong. Maybe too. Yeah, same thing with English, right? Any kind of language, it's same thing with Chinese too. Like if you pronounce 我 with 我, then it just it's not the same. Or in the other word, like I say, how do you say I love you? It will be 我爱你 shoot. Even I can write Chinese right now, right here. Right? So the original pinyin, the right way of write will be 我爱你, right? So to say that correctly will be 我爱你. So if you think in your head like how the tone will go, will be 我爱你. Okay, does that make sense? 我爱你. That's how the tone should be. But if you want to, but if you change that, if you kind of like don't really care and kind of messed up, And it's like 我 right? 你 or change that to. Okay, so first, second would be 我爱 it would be 我爱 and then 你我爱你我爱你 it's not the same it's 我爱你 right we'll change that even funny maybe do like that we'll be like 我爱你 you know 我爱你 right so make sure doing the right tonality is very important okay so I guess one of the good ways I like to do for myself when I was very little, or when I think about like when I imagine about tones, I always imagine like riding a roller coaster. Okay, so I think those do connect very well. Like if you put all those tones together, let's say there's a car, driving a car here, like you first, going roller coaster, you're going like flat, like just not going nothing weird. So like right, and then start going up and then like and going down right. That's the roller coaster. When I think about tonality, it's like driving a car here, like or driving a roller coaster, like right, like right, that's how the tones will go. So make sure you associate all these with the word, okay? So now, like just like I did, let me give you an example of like how that actually looks like on the actual Chinese, sentence. Let me see what should I say. Let me see. I don't know what to say. 我 say I like to play soccer, I guess. Sure. I don't really play soccer, but let's try that. I like to play soccer, right? So 我喜欢 Then play soccer 踢足球 Shoot. So play soccer would be 踢足球 Right? So that all these are the Chinese characters, okay? So how do you write the pinyin? So let me also write the pinyin down. Pinyin will be 我喜 Let me I don't write the tone first. I'm just gonna write the pinyin down. 欢和王欢踢足球 Okay. Sometimes, like even a native speaker, I mean, obviously people make mistake, just like English. You might misspell some word. So I might have some mistakes. Like if you actually speak Chinese, if I make a mistake, you probably notice that. So I apologize for that. In the beginning, but I do make a mistake. I know that. So I guess in general, what I try to say is, at least you get an idea here. So that is one of the pinyin for 我喜欢踢足球, right? So if I were to give you this assignment, I would just, if I read it to you, 我喜欢踢足球, are you be able to write down the tone, like as a second language English speaker? So I already give you all the pinyin, just writing the tone down. There's only 4 tones. Are you able to do that? Okay. And the next example, I just think about that is the one nose. Okay. I want to use that as a very strong use that as an example as well. But let's for next one. For right now, 我喜欢 okay. So let me see. Let's do this together. Okay. First word here. 我喜欢踢足球. 我 Which sound is that? 我 It's in the third one, right? In the third one. So 我 And then the second word here. 喜 Which one is this? 喜 Also in the third one, okay? 喜 Okay, and then third word here. 欢 Which sound is that? 欢 So one is gonna be the first one here. Okay? 欢 And then this word right here. 踢足球 Which sound would that be? 踢 T. So first sound, okay? Then this one here, zoo, zoo. Which sound would that be? Zoo, okay? Zoo, zoo. Remember, second sound is like asking question. Zoo, 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 zoo. So zoo will be the second sound, okay? And then last one here, 球, 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 球. Which sound would that be? 球, 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 球. It's gonna be the second one right here, okay? 球. Okay? So that is how you make the sound here, okay? So if you can get those one right, if you're able to listen to someone and then you hear, like you can tell the difference, and then also we can pronounce the same, and then you're gold, okay? If I give you this one right here, okay, that means nose, okay? Let me write down the sound here, okay? B, it's the second sound. That one right here, my friend who was taking Chinese, I spent half hour trying to correct him, but he's always saying that wrong. I mean, obviously not his fault, but like sometimes you can't. Here's the thing, like with any languages, sometimes it's like how do I say this? Like maybe it's my fault. I guess I really didn't teach them, but it's like the most important thing is like you have to realize like what you went wrong to be able to correct them, so that's the most important thing, like what you went wrong, like do you understand the mistake you have, even though it doesn't matter your teacher or your student, like do you understand what's your mistake, okay? So in this case would be 鼻子, 鼻子, that's the second sound. So B, right? B, B, B. So it's the second sound, it will be B. So it's going up, okay? B, B, and B, Z, B, Z, B, Z. Okay? B, B, it's going, I'm asking like a B, asking question, okay? My friends always say, okay, B, 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 okay, then when we add the Z, it will be 鼻子, 鼻子. Okay, 鼻子, 鼻子 will be in the first sound. 鼻子 will be in the second sound. Hear the difference? B, 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 B. Hear the difference? 鼻子, 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 B, 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 right? And this one will be B, 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 B. 鼻子. Which one is 鼻子? 鼻子 will be the first one. 鼻子 will be the second one. 鼻子 will be the last one. 鼻子 will be the third one right here. Okay? Are you able to identify what I'm saying? If you can, are you able to say that correctly yourself? Okay? 鼻子. Okay? So let me give you an example of like I struggled with one English word for so long. Okay? Like actually like I never really actually spent time to correct that word or say that correctly. But when I ask people, like I know I was wrong. Like I can tell I was wrong. Like if you're in this case, if you can tell like maybe like you don't sound exactly right, then you have to find a solution. Like how you went, why you wrong, and how you can possibly fix that. Okay, that's the important thing. Okay, I think one of the closest way, like I said, to really understand this tonality, is to like use like something in maybe English to help you, right? So like first sound here is just a flat, just like like la 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 la. Remember that? Okay, la 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 la. Okay, that's the first sound. Just a flat, like la, right? And then the second one here, I think it's the easiest. It's like asking a question, raising your voice up. I think there's a chart in the book, kind of show maybe like this whatever note chart, whatever. Like I don't really know music, so I'm not gonna risk that. So, but yeah, it's like asking question. It's like what? Like what? It's like huh, huh. This will be the second sound. Third sound, longest, going down like right? Oh yeah, it's actually like music. Actually, you'll be like right? No, going down like right? It's just like raising your voice. That makes perfect sense actually, right? Right? Okay, and last one is going down like like if it's hard to learn, okay. I mean I don't know should I say this, but you know it's kind of like cussing with the F word like fuck. You know it's like fuck. It's doing the same tone right here. You can probably use it if you want, like whatever helps you learning. Okay, that's why it's important. Okay, okay. So make sure you if you have Chinese friends, like make sure ask them to to help you. Like tonality, that's the most important thing. Like if you master tonality, you'll be great. Okay. If I give you like let's say this this one right here, would you be able to use this pinyin and then just match whatever you have in here and then make it sound just make it sound right. Like how do you say this one with this last sound would be lo going down lo, and it means lo means down, going down in Chinese actually. So lo going down lo. How do you say the second sound here? Okay, it would be lo, right? Lo, like first sound would be like lo, right? Lo, and then going up. Lo, it's like asking question, what? Lo, and then lo. Last one, lo. Okay, then keep on repeating over and over again. So can really stick in your head. Okay, flat, asking a question. It's kind of singing music. Like okay, last one you're just going down like fuck. Like life sucks. Fuck, right here, down, up. Okay, so that is how this sound works. Okay, so I want to give you an example of like one of the mistake I made. Like if you have Chinese friends, great, talk to them. Okay, if you want to learn Chinese, ask for them help. Usually we're nice people. Like I'm a nice person, I think. But here, the word I have trouble saying is this one. It's a phrase actually, M and M. Eminem, it's the chocolate, one of the rapper named Eminem. It took me, I don't know how long, I couldn't say this word for like at least like 2 years. I don't know how long, like I never, had a chance to, think about that, whatever. But whenever I try to pronounce that, I cannot. And then when I ask my buddies, I try to pronounce it. Back then I pronounced like like I can't. I just not say that correctly. They're like just say M and the M and M fast. It's like say like M and the N M fast. It would be like obviously now I can. Now I know to say it's Eminem, right? Back then I cannot say that. And they just keep on telling me like just say that fast, the Eminem, like you will be. And then I'll just keep on like I just can't say that, right? Like they know I can't, I know I can't, but they don't know what's the solution to actually say that right. So what's very important is find somebody, maybe whatever Chinese friend, whatever. They know they know you make a mistake, and they can help you actually fix that. Okay, and then my friends like they know I was wrong, I know I was wrong, but they don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix that. And then finally, one day I was like just watching whatever show, and then I saw this subtitle when they pronounce Eminem, and then the way how they spell really like I was like okay, now I finally understand how the proper way of pronouncing that Eminem. So it's not actually just saying M and N and M quickly. Obviously you guys know like it's used to be English, but it was like more like M, and then like stop, and then nem. It's like that. So now I can say it would be Eminem. It's like the same big M here actually, like would be like this. So I pronounce this M completely, like M, and then this just be like a nem. So Eminem, M, Eminem. Now I can say that, but it took me so long to completely understand that. I just cannot say that. I don't know. It was something like this, like the way how they, the subtitle wrote down was something like this. Eminem. Eminem. So it's like an Eminem. Like that's how I finally get it. So same thing with the tonality here. Make sure like you say that correctly. You feel comfortable. Like if you know you might be wrong and then you just don't know how to fix that, go find a Chinese friend or whatever. Just if you don't know any Chinese friend, just reach out. Just talk to them. Don't be shy. Just say stuff. And then like if you want to learn well in Chinese, that's that's one of the most important part is to pronounce your tones correctly, tonality. Okay. If you have questions, leave in the comment below, or if you want to email me, you can. All my information is down below in the box. Also, there's also a link for this book called Integrated Chinese. I mean, that's what I use to teach you all of these information, like all of those. Everything what I teach is coming directly from this book. Like that's a standard book for a lot of universities, and like my friends are currently using this one, or maybe last semester using this book to learn Chinese. So it's very standardized, and I think maybe a lot of you already have that. But if you don't have those, so this book, you should definitely get that, and helps you learn. But you don't have to. I'm teaching everything here. But it definitely helps. Okay, with this book and also the combination of whatever CD they have, or like a workbook or the the character book they have, also helps you just practice in general. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, like I said, leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.